Welcome back, everybody. We've had a number of people ask us if we had just a simple, easy recipe for smoked cream cheese. Well, yes, we do. And we're going to show you how right now.
Welcome to Smokin' Ass Barbecue.
The first thing I like to do is kind of get everything out and get it ready. We want to do this as quick as possible because keeping the cheese cold while we're doing this little process here will help a lot. When the cheese gets warm, it wants to get all sticky and messy. And so what I've done, I went ahead and put my sugar in a little shaker container. I've got me a knife out, and I suggest you get a knife with a thin, sharp blade for this. We're going to use this to score our cream cheese with. And I've also got a little paper towel here to wipe my knife off. So I've got my cream cheese in the freezer. I've had it in there about 30 minutes. Not trying to freeze it. I just want to get it really good and cold so we can get through this prepping process while it's still cold. So I'm going to get it out and we'll be right back. Okay, I've got my cheese out of the freezer. It's not frozen, it's just really good and cold. So we can do this as easily as possible. And all I want to do now is just take my cream cheese and I'm just going to coat it liberally on all the sides with my sugar. Now I'm using turbinado sugar. You can use brown sugar for this. The turbinado just works a little better out of a shaker and just a little easier and quicker to put on. But you can use either one you want to. And that's all I'm going to do is just get a good little coat of brown sugar on here. And I'm going to set it right over on my tray. Now I've put parchment paper on my tray. I like to put something down. You could use a non-stick tray or something like that, or just put a little oil on the tray if you want to. I like to put something on there. I prefer to use the parchment paper. You could also put some foil on there with a little bit of oil or something like that, but I prefer to do it on the parchment paper. The thing about having something on it there will make it easier later on when it's warm to move it. If you have to use a spatula to move it around after it's warm, it can mess it up. And we certainly don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to get this other one here sugared up. You can see it works so much better when the cheese is cold. And it'll also work a lot better when we go to making our crosshatches in it. Okay, there we go. That's all we need to do with that. Get those out of the way. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put some crosshatches in this, just not very deep, just a little bit, about a ½ inch or so apart. Now, this is not a must. I suggest you go ahead and do it because what's going to happen is this cream cheese, when it smokes, as it cooks, it's going to kind of fluff up inside. And when it does that, it's going to split. You got about a 99% chance that it's going to split. So if you go ahead and make these crosshatches, at least it'll split in a pretty way. Otherwise, you don't know. It may split out the side or whatever. So that's the only reason that I really recommend doing the crosshatches. It just makes them look a little prettier and it helps prevent them splitting out the side and messing it up later on. We're just going to do a few little cross hatches here. If your knife gets cream cheese on it, just kind of wipe it off. And there we go. And that is it. That's all there is to getting it ready right there. Now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to set this in the refrigerator for a couple minutes while I go get the smoker ready. And then we'll meet y'all outside shortly. All right? Okay, we are out of the pergola and ready to get our cream cheese in. It is a nippy day in El Paso. It's 38 degrees out right now, and it's supposed to get colder as the day goes on and windier. So fortunately, we won't have to be out here a lot. I'm going to be running the smoker at 225 all the way through the cook. And basically all we're going to do is put our cream cheese in. We're not even going to look at it for 2 hours and take it out. So I'm going to be using cherry today. You could use any kind of fruit wood or mild wood that you want to use, peach, apple, any of that would work well. I would suggest staying away from the harsher woods for this. It's easy to override the flavor of the cream cheese. So I'm going to get this in and get it going and get my butt back in where it's warm. So we'll get it underway. And just like so, that's all we need to do. And we will check back in 2 hours. Okay, it has been exactly 2 hours. And let's see how our cheese is looking. Oh, that is beautiful. That is just beautiful. Would you take a look at that? Okay, it is now down to 35 degrees out here. The wind has picked up considerably. We're going to get this in the house and we'll finish up where it's warm. So I'll meet y'all inside. Okay, as you can see, we got our cream cheese out of the smoker. Got it in on a little platter here, so it's time to do our finishing touches. Now, what I'm going to use is just regular pie filling. Remember, this is a simple recipe. We're just trying to keep it easy and simple. I'm using blueberry and cherry. You can use whatever flavors you like. You can use peach or strawberry, whatever you prefer on yours. And all we're going to do is take our filling and we're just going to spread a little bit right over the top. Just like so. Be nice and generous. Just like that. And then we'll take our cherries and do the exact same thing. We just want to spread a little bit right over the top. Now I put this filling in the refrigerator earlier and let it chill. If you want to serve these warm right out of the smoker, it's really good that way. And you can do that very easily. Just take your pie filling and put it in a little bowl and pop it in the microwave and warm it up a little bit before you put it on it. And it's absolutely delicious. But don't get your pie filling too hot. Just get it barely warm. If you get it too hot, It will melt your cream cheese when you put it on it, and you will not be happy. Okay. And that's it. I mean, that is as simple as it gets right there. So I hope y'all enjoyed this recipe. Y'all give this a try because I guarantee you'll like it.
Thanks for stopping by. See y'all soon.